Well, hi there. I just wanted to give you a bit of a tour today of what's inside the Show Announcers Academy. There's 160 lessons in here, but they all move through different chapters that make sense. So, the first section of the Show Announcers Academy is the introduction to agricultural show announcing. And in this, we talk about the roles of an announcer. I introduce myself a little bit to you. Um, we talk about what might happen on a typical day and the responsibilities that you need to prepare for and how to get ready before that day, during the day, what your different milestone points are throughout the day. And I've got a bit of scripting in there too that you might find helpful. Um, we look at microphone technique, which is super important, finding and protecting your voice. We talk about the role agricultural shows around Australia play, and there's some great stats in there you can use. The all-important Grand Parade. So if you have one at your show, here's some information you can use throughout and a really good indication of what you might want to do to prepare for that. Official openings happen at almost every show, and they tend to be pretty calamitous. So I've put together my guide for planning out an official opening. Fireworks, how do you handle those? What do you say? What to do prior to a show, what to pack and what to wear, and how do you promote your sponsors, which is super important. Then we dive into the next section, which is getting to know some of the top announcers around Australia, the likes of Tim Dreverman, Jim Callanan, Peter Hegney, Angus Lane, of course, Jake Smith, and we've got a couple of more interviews coming down the pipeline shortly too. And then I wanted to give people a sense of how to commentate horse showing, which is often a major feature in the show ring. And if you're not from that world, like I wasn't, you really need to know enough about the rider classes and the hack classes and what show hunters are. And so I've done a bit of a guide in each of these to how those classes are judged. So you've got enough to kind of chat through and talk about it, what a pony is, a side saddle if you ever come across it. And basically I fill this resource up every time I come across something new in the show world. Then I've got 41 different breeds and types of horses in here. Again, that is every single type or breed of horse I've ever come across. Horse sports. You can see I'm building out sections now on tent pegging, ashlar classes, polocross, polo, paces, trotting, Brumby challenges, all of those sorts of things. So they're coming down the pipeline soon, but currently it has camp drafting and show jumping in it. 53 different breeds of beef cattle. You need to know about the Santa Gertrudis. You're covering them. There's some lovely little notes in there too, and some pronunciation guides as well, because you want to make sure you sound like you know what you're talking about. Dairy breeds are all in there. Sheep breeds, we've been building that out. So if you come across, the Romney Marsh, you'll know how to talk a bit about the history of them and what makes the breed special. And then some other kind of adjunct sections of the show that I've dealt with before. Alpacas are more and more prevalent at shows. Farriers and blacksmith competitions I see quite a bit. Woodshop, obviously huge. They often have their own commentator, but you should be across it anyway. Sheepdog trials I'm adding in. I had to do 5 hours of that the other day at a show. And then we're getting down to advanced protocol, which is going to go live in the near future. Anyway, that's a little bit of a sneak peek inside the Show Announcers Academy.